If you thought that Love and Hip Hop Hollywood was going to be holding back this season, you thought wrong. After the explosive revelations of episode 3, the drama is still just unfolding, and tonight, if you watch Love and Hip Hop Hollywood episode 4, you know that it was full of surprises.
Hey, ex-bestie.
It's Justin Diego, and I am back with another Bingeworthy video, and today, let's talk about what made Love and Hip Hop Hollywood worth buying an unlocked Fire Stick on the low. I was so excited to finally get an update on Teairra Marie, because after last season, I didn't really know how to feel. Watching Teairra Marie get broken down and her opposition to coming clean about her alcohol abuse. It was just all hard to watch for me, but I told myself back then that it was kind of worth it because her transparency could help save some lives, and to me that was really cool. Now tonight, VH1 let Teairra Marie open the show with her own music, which is always a huge plus, but not even 2 minutes in and my mood had already gone from "aw, yes" to "sis, what the f-?" In this episode, Teairra Marie filmed quite a few scenes with her new boo, Akbar, and they all rubbed me the wrong way for several reasons, but I absolutely hated how he was like so controlling, and I feel like he kept strategically bringing up her drinking to hint at the possibility of a relapse later on, and I just can't.
No, did you drink at all?
No, not at that party.
What you mean not at that party? Like at another party or something?
I got it. Okay, I'm good. Everything is under control.
I want Teairra Marie to win, but if this turns into like another meltdown about her drinking, I kind of will just want her off the show, because until she's ready to like really handle this thing and like really get herself together, I don't want to watch her struggle, because watching a person deal with a real issue like that is not entertaining. Like, that's not cool. When it comes to Moniece Slaughter, you either love her or hate her, and while I've been wanting her to be back on the show with way more camera time, I definitely wasn't checking for the Ellen DeGeneres lookalike. And in the spirit of honesty, I didn't want AD back at all, and I don't understand why she's getting this whole storyline again this season. Now, in Love and Hip Hop Hollywood Season 5 Episode 4, Ellen stops by Fizz's place to chat about some family issues with Moniece and her son and things like that, and she actually finds out that Fizz is dating her ex-best friend, Tiffany.
She chooses Drew? I feel like it's only to get back at me. I question the motive behind what you're doing.
Now, if you guys didn't watch last season, basically this Tiffany girl was best friends with Ellen last season, and she caused a lot of problem between Moniece and Ellen, and back then, Ellen, aka AD, she was kind of new to the show, so it kind of was like fun to watch, but you know how you eat something and it's kind of good, but you don't want seconds? Like, that's how that storyline was. We were good off the whole thing. Now, I guess they thought that we actually cared enough to believe for 1 second that this Tiffany girl has somehow gotten serious with Fizz without a little incentive. If you know what I mean. The thirst is real, but this storyline is not, y'all. But I will allow it because I just don't want Lil Fizz to go without his check, because I have a feeling those B2K residual checks have definitely dried up a long time ago. So let's just end this section of the video before I fall asleep, because y'all, my eyes are heavy even just talking about this weird storyline. But I will say this, Fizz, you need to make this season count, because you got played the moment that you agreed to film this whole weird situation with this girl. Now, to be clear, the girl came downstairs and interrupted a whole different scene in full-blown Fashion Nova lingerie, and Drew didn't even touch her one time. He did not kiss her. He did not rub up on her one time. And when he was dating Nikki, they were doing all that cute little kissing and stuff, and it kind of felt real, even though we kinda knew that it was not. But I'm not really buying it, and to me, I just want y'all to stay woke. We the people reject your claim, Fizz or Drew, whatever we're supposed to call you after this fraudulent activity. We reject your claim that y'all are together because of energy. And you're talking about the energy is right, but we do not see each other on this. We see that this girl Tiffany is fishing for her link in bio status on the gram. And as for you, Drew,
you in danger, girl.
Speaking of danger, we've still not gotten the answers that we need to reach a final verdict on this Lyrica versus Safari versus A1 case, but tonight, I have to say that Lyrica Anderson is still not convincing the jury that she is completely innocent, but things are getting a little messy. I feel like her mom is doing the most, and I can't tell if her mom is spilling tea or if she's just itching for her own camera time, so I'm over Miss Lyrica for now. And again, in the beginning, we thought that this was all cute. We thought it was like a quick little stunt to open up the season. But y'all, like, this drama between Lyrica and A1 is so serious. It was like hard to watch. Like, it's not even funny anymore.
I'm getting a divorce. That's what it is.
Or either I like lost my ability to tell when people are acting, like, because like, is this looking serious to y'all or is it just me? A1 and Lyrica are getting to the point of no return with the disrespect, and honestly, if things don't turn around really quickly, it's going to be hard for me as a viewer, as a fan, as a person who has been watching since the beginning to ever respect the relationship again. Like, you can't be sitting here telling Lyrica after she got plastic surgery and after she wears her cute little wigs and, you know, she dresses a certain way, it's clear that she wants to look a certain way. You can't be telling the woman that you married, and as her mom said, the woman you vowed to love as your wife. Can't be telling her she looks stupid and her stuff is stank, and like, that's too much. That's some stuff those are arguments you get in with your good sis or some friend of a friend. I wouldn't even tell my best friend no stuff like that, no matter what they did. But Lyrica, I know you watching, so sit up straight and listen up, because I'm not letting you off the hook either, because you know what you might have done, but you might not have done, but you wanted to do even if you didn't do it. And you didn't have to get petty talking about, I've been with you since you was on food stamps. Now, even though I laughed and got a little flashback of his mom saying, your name ain't no damn A1, your name is Floyd. It is not funny, y'all. It's not funny. K. Michelle started all of this mess spilling tea, but I don't want y'all to forget, she also said that their whole marriage was fake. And the fact that the possibility of Lyrica smashing Safari can bring them to this point, it makes you think. But we gon' see. We gon' see. Here are my final thoughts about Love and Hip Hop Hollywood episode 4. I think that this episode was really good, and I still don't feel like we've lost momentum yet, which is really exciting because we haven't even really gotten down to the real tea. I feel like everything we've seen so far is really just setting the tone and setting up the storylines that will like hit the fan all at once a little bit later. Now, I know that some of y'all are petty, just like me, and was I the only one peeping to see if Ray J's hat tonight was going to be looking all crazy again in that scene between him and Princess? I know y'all petty too. Y'all was looking, or else y'all gonna look later. But it was even weirder to me that Ray J is telling people that Safari confirmed that he and Lyrica smashed, because we don't know, y'all. And for the first time, I actually feel like Princess gave Ray J some solid advice. Like, I guess the baby is really like changing her. But do y'all think that Ray J should stay out of it, or does Ray J have an obligation to share that tea with A1 as his friend? Or, after what we saw tonight, does it not even matter if Ray J spills the tea or not? And before I go, I have to say that last week, The jury was still out on the Marcus Black situation with Brooke, but it's official. I need somebody to go get our Brooke Valentine, and we may need to raise a GoFundMe to get her another ring, because after that scene with Marcus and his new boo, I just don't think that Marcus will ever do right by black women, and for that, I am so over him. Thank you guys so much for watching this video, and thank you so much for allowing me to be the weirdo who talks about love and hip-hop Hollywood with you guys and brings us all together, because it's whack watching a show and not having no aware that is unbiased or unofficial from like the networks who only steer the conversation in a certain direction. I know for me, I enjoy channels like that, and I love being able to talk to real people who really watch the show in a way that's biased, but biased for your own good. Thank you so much for watching. I will see you guys on the next one.